Hi and welcome to all the racing enthusiasts joining us for this pre-recorded show, early doors on Thursday morning, and this is for the race meeting which will take place on Friday. And joining me on the line is Grant Paddock, and he's going to tell us a little bit more. Firstly, Grant, how are you doing? And secondly, how have the guys recovered from the horrific rains and the weather patterns of late?
Yeah, morning Sheldon, morning punters. Yeah, it's been crazy down here for a couple of days. The sun's out, it looks good at the moment, but we've had over 200 mils of rain and some decent wind there as well. So it's over it. Hopefully the worst is gone now, and don't know when we're going to get back onto the grass track. I know those trainers have really been battling out at Fairview with track conditions and places to work horses. Thank God for the poly that they can at least get something in, but it's been very, very difficult to prepare horses. So we'll do our best, and let's take it away.
Well, taking it away, Richard Fourie has 6 out of the 8 favourites. He's riding 6 out of the 8 favourites as we talk, and the other 2 rides are second favourites. So he's chasing down and cutting into Anthony Del Pesce's record of Twa Cut. And Friday's looking for a big day. So kicking off with number 6, which is September Flower, currently 14-10. This is from the Alan Creef stable. Richard Fourie starts off with the favourites. Number 1, Bretty, is 15-10, and number 2, Elegant Appeal, 28-10. Now, when push comes down to shove, it could be the Richard Fourie show day.
Yeah, it could be one of those Alan Creef, Richard Fourie benefit days, but hopefully some of the other trainers can get a look in as well. With regards to the first race, there is a bit of talk on the ground for September Flower. Been no early money, so punters just need to keep a look on that. Doesn't have to be special to win a race like this, really. It's not a strong field at all. This filly, Bretty, she had a very nice last run. She hasn't been on the poly, but the way that she does run, she shows a hell of a lot of pace. So the 5 furlongs on the poly could just be what she's looking for, and she's definitely the horse to beat on exposed form, there's no doubt. September Flower, as I said, doesn't have to be too special to win a race like that. Those 2 horses will get you through the bipot, and I think that's all the punters need to know about that race. It's about the 1 and the 6.
There we go. Let's spring into race number 2. And race number 2, once again, Richard Fourie, Alan Creef, 9-10 with number 7. Walt Whitman, number 1, A Bit Chilly, is 28-10, and then number 2, Cowboys Don't Cry, at 33-10. There's only 3 runners in single figures, Grant. It's 10-1, barring the top 3. 9-10 about number 7 with Richard Fourie aboard. Would you be taking 9-10?
No, I think he's definitely a bit tight in the betting. It's one of those terribly weak 2-year-old races. I think you and I would have a chance to run a place in a race like this. A bit chilly, and Mr. Speaker coming back from geldings, hopefully that's improved them a little bit. Walt Whitman, a fair first run, but not a run that you can go and say, put me into at 9-10, coming back from a 1400 to a 1200. And if they start them in a 14, then they obviously think they're going to go a bit of ground, and then they bring them back to 12. So 9-10 is a bit sharp on the sharp side for me. I'll be adding in a couple of horses in the bipot here with him. I'll probably put in the 1 as well as the 4. There'll be 1, 4, and 7 in the bipot. I'm not going to be bankering Walt Whitman, that's for sure.
Right, now your suggested bet for the day is go big or go home. You taking the pick 6, which works out to around about 864 Rand. And race number 3 drew off at 13:35. That'll be the opening leg of the pick 6. And just having a look at the distance, 1,200 meters. And you going with number 1, Resurgence, Amanga Kamalo for the Kelly Mitchley stable. And just tell us a bit about this individual. Let's have a look there. Last time out, just seemed to need that local introduction.
Yeah, Sheldon, he did. He went very, very hard in the work riders race and packed it up the last little bit, but he needed it. He's come on extremely well. He's been around the poly, showing very, very good work. Unfortunately, he was supposed to run, I think, 2 weeks ago, and he got banged for TCO 2 level, so hopefully he gets through that this time. If he does, he's going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. There is talk on the ground for Statesman from the Alan Creef Richard Fourie combination, and the rest of them are going to have to pick up their feet. I can't see anything else troubling the scorer there. It's going to be 1 and 6, and I think the 1 will take the race.
Right, there we go. Number 1 looking to secure the victory and take home the first prize. Moving on to the halfway stage, which will be race number 4, and looking at your numbers 1 and 5. So you've gone rather light in the opening 2 legs. And looking at this maiden plate for the fillies over 1,400 meters. Number 1, this is Hanging Rock, Richard Fourie and Alan Greer from that number 1 draw. At this point in the time of the game, very, very consistent form. And then you've also put in horse number 5, $1 Million Girl. And just having a look at your value selection on the day, it is number 5, $1 Million Girl from the Kelly Mitchley stable. Having a look, that last run, well beaten. But you'll be able to tell us a bit more about $1 Million Girl.
Yeah, Sheldon, lovely filly, really. A mate of mine, Rudy, it's his horse. Hopefully his spreadsheet can work out on this one. But she's a very nice horse. She's putting up some very decent gallops. I'm happy. I'm sure she can run in the first 3. It's going to be very, very hard to beat Hanging Rock. I know Alan was half devastated when this got beaten last time out, but I think she was caught out from a very bad draw. She's now got the 1 draw. She's merit rated at 73. Her nearest opposition is 64. So she's 9 points clear. She's running in levels. It's going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. Should have been a banker, but I'm putting in $1 Million Girl with her because I did see a very decent gallop from her. So 1 and 5, bigger players might have to add in My True Love and Vintage Crystal, but Hanging Rock's going to be a very hard horse to beat in this race, Sheldon.
And the current price of Hanging Rock is even money. So even money sets the standard, and then we go out 9 to 2 and better the balance. As we shoot into race number 5, and once again Richard Fourie aboard the favourite. The horse's name is No Place Like Home. It's number 6 on the program, and you've gone with the top few runners in the betting, numbers 1, 4 and 6, if I'm not mistaken, in your pick 6, Grant.
Yeah, 100%, Sheldon. I've actually gone for Essential to win the race. She's a very, very smart filly. She's very, very good filly, especially on the poly. She's going to be a hard horse to beat. Big respect for Slings and Arrows. Hard-knocking, solid horse from a 8 draw. Craig Zaki up. He's definitely going to be there and thereabouts. And then I added in the Richard Fourie factor. I am a big believer in second run after a race, so I haven't got him for the win. Originally, Alan had Kendall Minion, and right at the end of scratching, he popped Richard on. So, probably third choice for me. No Place Like Home did win very well last time out over the 1200 in a distance way short of its best. But I'm a believer of second run after a rest. I've gone solid on Essential, and I think she's actually worth a nibble. So my pick 6, 1, 4 and 6, and Essential to win. There is a scratching here of number 7, Oriental Bouquet.
There we go, the early scratching. I think the only scratching at the time of recording, Oriental Bouquet. As we move on to the next event, and trading at 4 to 10 is number 1, Lunar Halo. Lunar Halo, the 3-year-old daughter of Fire Away. Richard Fourie once again teams up with the powerful Alan Greer stable. 62 kilograms on the back, but this is a pinnacle stakes over 1,600 meters. And Grant, when you look at number 1, Lunar Halo, she's unbeaten on the course, best weighted, has very strong claims. And looking at the structuring of the weights, she should add victory number 8 to her tally.
Yeah, no doubt, Sheldon. Right race, right field. Very, very good filly. You can't knock this filly. She's superb. She's done everything that Alan's asked her and more. She's definitely a banker, the best bet on the day. If there's anything if the punters that don't like banking, one horse to go in with it will probably be October Fair with very decent Gauteng form. The rest of them she holds comfortably, but I'm not going against her. I think she'll win and win comfortably. I've tipped it 1, 10, 4 and 6, but bankering the 1 in everything.
Right, so Lunar Halo looking for that next victory, and at 4 to 10, nothing should stand in her way. Should take an absolute power beating, and this is going to be the best bet on the card for Grant Paddock. So that's race 6, number 1, Lunar Halo. Moving on to race number 7. Now, see, in this leg, you've taken no chances. You've put it in the field. The betting says number 7, Gimmy's Laddie, 22 to 10. Number 10, Siberian Steel at a price of 5 to 1. And then you can get 7 to 1 about Captain Casanova, 8 to 1 Jewel Cat, and then 10 to 1 and better the rest. So it's fair to say that in race number 7, you'll be looking for one of the longer priced runners to come through for your pick 6, Grant.
Yeah, Sheldon, is that kind of a race. Gimmy's Laddie, with regards to him, very, very good last run. He was very unlucky, got caught a bit far back and came out wide and ran on very strongly. Captain Casanova from a good draw is going to be a very, very big runner with Louis up. He'll probably be leading them into the home straight. A horse like Cool Winter, he tends to flash up when unexpected. He's got to be there. Siberian Steel, Jewel Cat. It's a really open race, and I'm playing to beat the top three in the betting and hopefully to pick up a nice outsider here with the field. Place accumulators, you're going to need Gimmy's Laddie, Captain Casanova, and the pick six, as I say, I've gone the field. I'm not taking chances here.
And then rounding off racing at Fairview will be race number 8. And just having a look at the selections, you've gone with quite a number of runners in your pick 6 here. But let's kick off with the runner that'll have a lot of interest around her, and it's the 2-year-old grey filly, the daughter of Heavenly Blue. Her name is Havana Grey. After racing in the Dahlia last time out, well beaten. But on her penultimate event, when beating Best Intentions and the second on debut, there's a lot of progress for improvement. However, it doesn't look cut and dried for my money.
No, definitely not. No, I think it's a false favourite. I'll be very honest with you. That Best Intentions form line is very, very weak. And then she ran a shocker in the Dahlia when Richard took the ride, so she was obviously the right one in the yard, and she ran no kind of a race. She's going to have to improve drastically, there's no doubt. Definitely a false favourite at 18 to 10. There's definitely better horses. Ella's Delight. Jade's Cabernet has done absolutely nothing wrong under Zaki, and I think it's Craig's best ride on the day. And then you have the bottom weights, Miss Predator, Global Goddess, and De Janeiro, who's putting up some decent work and will enjoy having the blinkers taken off. But, I've got a couple of horses here. I've took Jade's Cabernet, she beat Ella's Delight and Global Goddess. But I've got a couple of horses in the fix 6 here. I think I went 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. This is definitely a false favourite in the 4.
Well, there you go. False favourite. So you've got to be very, very careful. And as you've heard Richard Fourie in the past, keep a close eye on the betting. Everything he jumps aboard, you'll see they are a lot shorter than they should be. When they come home, they come home. But more often than not, when he's on a horse that's priced up at the wrong price, they end up running probably into the trifectas and the quartets. Now, Grant, your suggested bet for the day is the pick 6. So we're going to bring up that slide for all your followers out there. And if you wouldn't mind just running through your numbers and your best and value bet, please.
100%. Thank you, Sheldon. Best bet, race 6, number 1, Luna Halo. My value bet, race 4, number 5, $1 Million Girl. And the suggested bets, the pick 6 goes as follows. We open up with 1 and 6, by 1 and 5, by 1, 4, 6, by Banker 1, by the field 1 to 12, by 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9 for 864 Rand.
Well, that's Grant Paddock on the line, and as we mentioned, looking at the betting for the race meeting, Richard Fourie has 6 favourites, and the other 2 rides on the day are second favourite. So at the end of the day, you're going to be the judge. Is Richard Fourie going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 winners, or perhaps 1 winner? Let's see how the day goes for the Richard Fourie fans, as he is starting to cut into that twa cut and looking to take home that R1 million that Hollywood has put up. Thanks very much, Grant, and all the best racing.
Thank you very much, Sheldon, and good luck to the punters, especially Rudy with $1 Million Girl tomorrow, and goodbye.
Excellent. Thanks very much to the resident expert, Grant Paddock, on the line, giving us the highs and the lows of the race meeting, and hopefully your horse that you put your money down on will come out in front.